Good day everyone. Welcome back to our CSS Properties. So today we are going to discuss about the CSS list properties. So as we already know how to define the list such as ordered and unordered list and their different types, etc. So here we are going to modify these lists into different styles. Let's see how the styles can be done inside the list also. So our first CSS property for the list is list style type. So this list style type property specifies the type of the list item marker. So as we already know what is the list item marker, what it is, whatever we are going to write in the list, we will represent it using some kinds of markers. Sometimes it can be a bulletin, or sometimes it can be a square, sometimes it can be an arrow, whatever, it's upon you. So these are actually the markers to define or to specify each list items in our list. So in order to use these different kinds of list markers or different types of list markers, we use this list style type CSS property. So let's see how this is normally defined. As you can see here, UL, that means this is an unordered list. So this dot indicates this is a class selector having the class name A. So whatever be the thing I am writing inside the my body part along with the class is equal to A value, that all things will be represented in the list style type of circle. That means what? Unordered list normally has got a default value or default list marker. So this will be circle. Circle means what? Just this representation only. It won't be a complete or a dot. It can be a circle like this. So in order to change our default list, unordered list marker into another kind, you can use this list style type. Even here I used circle, so this default one changed to circle. And if I am using the same as square, this will be changed to a square. Okay, so this is how normally we used the styles inside the list also. So like that you can see the unordered list also here. So unordered list and also ordered list here. So I have also done in two different class names and having two different values too for the style type, which is that upper Roman and lower alpha. Upper Roman is nothing but these kinds of values, and lower alpha is nothing but this is capital alpha, this is the upper alpha, that is alphabets, and this is the smaller ones. So these are the different styles you can use in the style list item markers itself. So we can also design these things using CSS property called list style type. So like that, how we can add an image as a list marker, that is the next one, list style as image. So here the type indicates which type of list marker, and not the types, you can also add some image. So for that we use this list style image tag, the property. So this property specifies an image as the list item. So whatever be the value that I am giving inside this list style image property, that will be displayed in our list or in our page as the list marker. So if I am going to add this image, I only need to do is just to link that value with the list style image property in the which, if it is a unordered list, then do it, or if it is a ordered list, just do the same. So thus you can get this picture as the list item marker. So that is how we use images as the list item marker, and also for this case you can use the different types inside the list item marker itself. So okay, and so our next property is list style position. So this property specifies the position of the list item markers. So we are normally listing like this, and our values like apple, orange, or anything like this. So this way we can see that all our list markers are outside the list. See, these all are actually our list items. So these markers are outside the list. This is one method to find the position of the list items. So there is another case we can use like this. Our first list item is apple. It is a fruit in red color. So the next one is guava. So this is a fruit having green color, like that. So what is the difference from this? Each of our list markers are along with the list items or inside the list itself. See, yeah, these are inside the list itself. So what is the difference from here? The list marker positions have changed from outside to inside. So that is actually the use of this position property here. That is, while we use this position property, this property specifies the position of the list item marker, that is the bullet points. So here I defined a unordered list having a class value A. I've defined it with list style position equal to outside. That means what, wherever like this the UL, that means this unordered list also have got some basic margin padding, etc. So all about we have to do our own changes. So for that we use this position as outside. Wherever be the whatever be the default values, it doesn't matter, we have to change it into list style position as outside. So you will get a list item in this way. Okay, so for this case also, if you are using this ul.b, so this is an example for unordered list 2 with the class name B. So whatever be the list items you are writing inside that class B, that will be displayed inside. What inside this this list markers will be positioned inside the list item itself, like this. Okay, so this is the normal way to represent the position or to define, give different position to our list style. So the next one is list style type equal to none. As we already done with the style, different types inside the list item markers, when we use the none as the value, what can happen? It can be used to remove the markers and bulletin. So sometimes we doesn't need these kinds of bulletins and all these markers. So what all you have to do is just write list style type is as none. So what will happen? All the list style types that already exist for the UL, you know that there already exist a bulletins like this, and for unordered for the ordered list there are also numbered like this. So when we doesn't need these kinds of indications, what we have to do, just write this list style type as none along with the list properties. So thus you can change these markers, but when also these has got a default padding and also the spacing, etc. So in order to remove that margin and spacing, you have to mention them additionally along with this. Otherwise the things will be displayed like this, having that default margin and that padding between each of the list items. Got it? So just first you write this only, then run it, and you can find what is the difference when you add these things to. So the next one is this list style. Is a shorthand property to set all the list properties in one declaration. So for that we have this single or the shorthand form, that is list style. So I defined an unordered list and inside I wrote list style. We doesn't need this type because this is the only one shorthand property, list style. That is all enough to mention all the different kinds of styles to our list, like which type of marker, where should be it aligned, that means where is the position inside or outside, and which kind of you add a image or a anything that you like to add into your list item. So these all are the properties inside the list to style it. Okay, so this is about the CSS properties. Thank you.